Welcome to this explainer. What if I told you that a silent invader might be destroying your body right now from in the inside, and you have absolutely no idea it's even happening? I know it sounds like pure science fiction, but it's actually a terrifying medical reality. Today, we're going to take a really close look at a condition that creeps right into your system with zero pain and zero obvious warnings. It just completely dismantles your health until one day it feels like everything breaks down all at once.
Okay, let's dive right into this massive epidemic. Right now, there are 37 million Americans formally diagnosed with diabetes. But honestly, the truly shocking data point is the massive group right next to it. 96 million Americans are pre-diabetic, and they have absolutely no clue. Let that sink in for a second. That means nearly half of all adults in the United States have a silent blood sugar problem that's actively damaging their bodies as we speak.
And the genuinely terrifying reality here is that this damage doesn't just happen overnight. It creeps in over 5 to 10 long years before a doctor ever makes a formal diagnosis. It's slowly damaging your nerves, it's affecting your kidneys, and it's clogging your arteries, all while you feel completely 100% normal. By the time most people actually get diagnosed, a ton of destruction has already happened. But here's the incredibly empowering part. Your body is actually giving you warning clues right now. So we're investigating this medical mystery today by breaking down 8 early warning signs you might be experiencing every single day. We're going to treat them as a cascade of biological failures. These are signs that literally millions of people see, dismiss, and just completely ignore. But I promise you, once you understand the underlying biology behind them, you will absolutely never look at your daily health the same way again.
All right, let's jump straight into phase 1, the filtration overload cycle. This covers our first two signs, constant thirst and excessive urination.
So what's actually triggering this? Well, when your blood sugar spikes too high, your kidneys literally go into dangerous overdrive. They're desperately trying to filter and absorb all that excess sugar, but when they inevitably can't keep up with the load, they initiate this extreme emergency response. They start pulling water directly from your own tissues just to dilute the sugar and flush it out. This systemic dehydration leaves your mouth totally dry, your throat parched, and it causes a constant, unquenchable thirst known medically as polydipsia. And that perfectly explains why we see our second sign, frequent urination. Because your kidneys are pulling all that extra water to eliminate the sugar, they naturally produce massive amounts of urine. We're talking about diabetics urinating 3 to 4 times more than a healthy person every single day. So if you find yourself waking up multiple times a night or constantly rushing to the bathroom every 30 minutes, don't just brush it off as having a small bladder or drinking way too much coffee. Moving right along to phase 2, the cellular energy crisis. This is where we see signs 3 and 7, constant hunger and stubborn belly fat. To really grasp this phase, you have to understand this crazy biological paradox. Your cells are literally starving amidst a bloodstream that is completely flooded with sugar. The absolutely crucial concept here is insulin resistance. Think of insulin as a biological key. Its job is to unlock your cells so that glucose, which is your body's fuel, can get inside. But when you become pre-diabetic, your cells become resistant. That key, it gets broken. It just can't unlock your cells anymore, leaving them to starve even though they're literally swimming in sugar. Now, because that vital fuel is totally blocked from entering the cell, your brain receives a massive, blaring starvation signal. It completely ignores the fact that your blood is full of sugar. It only cares that your cells are empty. And boom, that's why you experience our third sign, intense, unexplainable hunger. It's that feeling that drives you straight back to the kitchen, searching for more food, sometimes just 20 minutes after you ate a huge, filling meal. In response to this cellular starvation, your panic-stricken pancreas kicks into high gear, pumping out even more insulin in a desperate attempt to force that sugar into your resistant cells. And here is exactly where sign number 7 comes into play. These continuously high insulin levels act as a direct signal telling your body to store dangerous visceral fat. This is the fat that sits deep inside your abdomen, wrapping right around your organs. So, if your arms and legs look basically the same, but your midsection just keeps expanding, that is a glaring metabolic warning sign. Okay, let's step into phase 3, the peripheral body damage. This covers signs 4, 5, and 6, dealing with your vision, healing, and your nerves. This takes us to a much, much darker phase of the timeline. Sign number 4 is honestly one of the scariest. blurry vision. You see, blurry or fluctuating vision isn't always just a sign of getting older or needing to update your prescription. High blood sugar physically forces fluid to be pulled directly into the lens of your eye. It literally changes its shape and completely warps your ability to focus. If this is left unchecked, it can progress to diabetic retinopathy, where tiny blood vessels leak and rupture. It's actually the leading cause of blindness in American adults. Then we have sign number 5, which shocks almost everybody: cuts and wounds that heal incredibly slowly. That exact same high blood sugar that damages your eyes is also wreaking havoc on your blood vessels, severely impairing your circulation. So when you get a simple cut, your body just cannot deliver enough oxygen and nutrients to the site to repair it. When you combine that poor circulation with a weakened immune system, minor everyday scrapes can quickly turn into severe, dangerous infections that absolutely refuse to close up. Now, what's truly fascinating and really alarming at the same time is how this high sugar slowly poisons and destroys your nerve fibers. Because the damage is so heavily reliant on your circulation, it always starts attacking the areas furthest away from your heart. Specifically, it targets the incredibly delicate nerves down in your hands and your feet. This specific condition is called diabetic peripheral neuropathy, and it actively affects nearly 50% of all diabetic Americans. It usually sneaks up on you as this mild tingling, or maybe a harmless feeling pins and needles sensation, very often at night when you're trying to sleep. But as those nerves get further destroyed, it aggressively progresses. It goes to numbness, then to a severe burning pain, and finally it leads to a terrifying, complete loss of sensation. And that brings us to our final section, the hidden visual clue. Let's look at the skin warning. This is a sign almost everyone sees, but almost everybody completely ignores. We're talking about those dark, velvety patches that often show up on the back of the neck, deep in the armpits, or right in the creases of your elbows. Medically, this is called acanthosis nigricans. Now, people frequently mistake this for poor hygiene or just a weird skin stain that won't wash off. But it isn't dirt at all. It is a direct visual alarm system from your body. It's visibly reacting to those dangerously toxic insulin levels surging through your bloodstream. Wow, okay, we've just walked through a massive amount of biology, translating what is silently going wrong on the inside of your body to what you actually experience on the outside. So the absolute most important thing you can do for yourself right now is ask, are you noticing 2 or 3 of these clues in your daily life? Because if you are, your body is actively begging you to pay attention to the silent damage that's occurring inside. Let's do a really quick recap of this biological checklist so it stays fresh in your mind. Keep an eye out for constant thirst no matter how much water you drink, massive and frequent urination, feeling perpetually hungry even right after you eat, fluctuating blurry vision, cuts and wounds that take forever to heal, any tingling or numbness in your hands and feet, expanding and stubborn belly fat, and of course, those dark, velvety patches in your skin folds. But hey, if you recognize these signs, here is the incredibly empowering news. Taking back control is fast and it's totally accessible. Literally, all you have to do is go to your doctor and explicitly ask for 2 specific, super simple tests: a fasting blood sugar test and an HbA1c test. These tests take maybe 5 minutes to perform, but they give you a crystal clear, undeniable window into exactly how your body is handling sugar. Understanding these 8 signs really transforms them from being random, weird daily annoyances into a clear medical roadmap. Recognizing them and simply asking for those 5-minute tests could literally save your life before any of that irreversible damage takes hold. So, as we wrap up this explainer, the ultimate question I have to leave you with is this. Will you decode these silent signals and take action today, or are you going to let the silent invader win?